Greetings, fellow seeker. Thank you for joining again. I hope you are liking and subscribing, and if not, get onto it, would you please? It would be very helpful. Today, I'd like to outline to you 5 things that I've learned through hard experience in 2025. There are 2 sides to this coin. The first one is that I set out on a journey of self-discovery and personal development, and I used the entrepreneurial route and the coaching route as a means to do that and explore that. I threw myself into the project, thinking to myself, I'll make it up as I go along. And that's exactly what I did, which is against all of the seasoned, reasonable advice. And indeed, it's against the advice I would offer you if you were to throw yourself into any new project. The benefits for both of us that I can share after a couple of years of doing this are this. I came into 2025 still in a reasonably undisciplined manner, and I didn't know what I didn't know. And over this 12 months, I've been doing a lot of work, not only on myself, but on my skills development and learning how to negotiate this difficult journey. So here are the 5 things that I've picked up either by accident or purposefully or by design over the year. The first thing I'd like to share with you is that without frame, without a direct and purposeful idea of where it is that you want to go, you will engage in a lot of wasted effort. If I had my time again, I would sit down and I would sketch out exactly what it is I wish to achieve out of the year, and then I would dedicate myself to that. Greetings, fellow seeker. Would you like to become one of the very small minority of people in this world who subscribe to the Clark Academy? I'd like to appeal to you not to be like the vast majority of people who will watch and move on. I'd like to ask you to vote with your finger. Click on subscribe, and then you can receive updates, new technologies, and new ways to make your life work. I'm going into 2026 with a much fresher and more directed sense of how I want to achieve things. But last year I came into it thinking, I'll just learn what I can. And indeed I did learn a few things. However, I did waste a lot of time and a lot of effort because I hadn't nailed down what my purpose was. So, piece of advice number 1 is get frame. Get a sense of how you want to go forward. Illustrate it to yourself, write it down, set it out, and then go for it. Don't waste effort. Advice number 2 is that motivation is incredibly overrated. I would go so far as to suggest there's a whole school, an industry perhaps, which is dedicated to milking and fleecing people by fooling them into thinking that what they need is motivation, that all they need in order to succeed is a positive outlook. Motivation can be useful, as indeed can a positive outlook, but neither of those things are as important or necessary as dedication and discipline. Put yourself into a situation of daily gratitude and compounded application. Make small changes every day, incrementally compound your success, but don't rely on motivation, because motivation is like getting hot flushes. It comes and goes, and it leaves you feeling drained and wasted afterwards. Now, motivation is easy to sell. It's like snake oil, but ultimately it's useless. So, replace motivation with dedication, and replace motivation with consistency and discipline. Stop waiting for the motivation fairy to turn up, because when she does, she's just going to leave you with empty pockets. Advice number 3 is without signal, it's all noise. And by that I mean the world is full of noise, diffused, dispersed, diluted, white noise. From social media through to the vagaries of nostalgia. Whatever it is, there are so many ways that you can allow yourself to be distracted, either externally by things which are available to you, or internally by the thought processes that you engage in or don't engage in. So get rid of the distractions, apply yourself towards the outcomes that you require, and reduce your noise to signal ratio. Dial up the signal. Try to hone in on the signal frequency, the signal being the thing that you want and need and require, the outcome that you're aiming for. Everything other than that is noise. One of the major things I've learned in 2025 is that you've got to dial down the noise and hone in and dial up the signal. Now, advice number 4 is that coaching, by its very nature, should slow you down. Now, that sounds contradictory because a lot of people represent coaching as a way to fast track. And I'm not disputing that. It is possible to hold two thoughts in your head at the same time. So, the slowing down purpose of coaching is that it should arrest you, stop you in your tracks, and make you see something in a different way. If coaching is effective, it will kick the stool out from under your preconceptions, reframe your knowledge and your expectations, and give you a new way of going forward. So good coaching should, initially at least, arrest you, stop you in your tracks, slow you down, and make you take genuine stock. Don't just engage in coaching processes which are going to reaffirm what you already know, or, how can I put this? Basically, dial in on and play to your biases. Don't listen to people pleasers. Don't listen to coaches who tell you, you can do this, because they're lying to you. You may be able to do this, however, you need to get certain things intact first. So good coaching will slow you down, arrest you, and enable you to get those things in place. Final piece of advice, advice number 5. Authority is not the same as volume. And by that, I mean that even though a person can overwhelm a market with lots and lots of product, it's not the same as that person having genuine authority, expertise, or usefulness. In this day and age, one can employ AI to generate masses of information, but it's not the same as somebody generating with authority on their own behalf. So the mechanization of information has led to information inflation. What we need in this world, increasingly, especially with AI coming into the show, what we need increasingly is real life people who can hold frame, who can describe things based on their experiences and knowledge, and then put that information in front of a person so that it makes sense. AI is a wonderful thing. I use it as a tool myself. However, it has no empathy and it can hallucinate quite badly. AI is only as good as the input or the prompts that you can provide to it. So don't go mistaking volume of information for authority information. So just to recap, rule number 1 here, learning number 1, without frame, you're going to waste effort. So lock in your frame. Rule number 2, motivation is not only overrated, it's oversold. Number 3, get your signal to noise ratio locked in. We want more signal, less noise. Number 4, coaching, if it is good, should stop you in your tracks. Tear down your little world and give you a new way of looking at things. And number 5, volume is not the same as authority. Can you see a common theme here? We're talking about dialing in with focus and dialing in purpose so that we can get the outcomes that we require. We can only get those outcomes if we know what they need to be. So get drilling down, get your focus locked in, and let's make 2026 a little bit more productive, shall we say, than 2025 was. We're all in this together, fellow seeker, so lock yourself in and let's see what we can do. It's going to be a bumpy ride, I hope. So I'm going to get going now, and I'll leave you with this single thought, which is, whatever it is you dare to do or dream, begin it now.